and welcome to Sundays with Neelu. I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for all your story responses on last week's story. So, my prayers and best wishes to all those who are watching Sundays with Neelu. So, coming to this week's story is about a man who lost his bride to the stars. So, what happened? Once upon a time, yeah, in the city of Banaras, there lived a very rich man. He had only one son. He wanted his son to get married to a very, very good girl and a pretty girl. So he kept looking for matches all over the neighboring villages. And finally, there was a beautiful girl who hailed from a very good family. And the rich man decided to get his son married to that girl. So both the families decided that they will meet on a particular day in the girl's village and get the son married to her. So in their hurry, the rich man, the whole family in their hurry forgot to consult their family astrologer. So when they forgot to consult their family astrologer, the family astrologer got very, very annoyed. He said, how dare they decide the marriage on their own? I will teach them a lesson, because he wanted his money. That was his profession. So next day, the family astrologer dressed up very, very well, and he carried all the horoscopes of the son right from his childhood, from the time of his birth. And then he went to the rich man's family and he said, your son was born on so and so date and so time. And if you have decided to get him married on so and so date, it is not going to work out. The marriage is going to be a disaster. So the rich man got very scared. He said, no, 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 no. I don't want my son to get married on that particular day. Let us wait. So when is the next good time? When are the stars, both bride and groom stars, aligning next? So he said, another 2 days and you will see that your son will get married and be happy with that same girl. So the rich man believed in him and he postponed the marriage without informing anyone. He just stayed back. He said, after 2 days, we will go. Anyway, they are like, from a very, normal family. They will wait for us because we are very rich. So he waited. And meanwhile, the girl's family was ready. They have prepared everything and they were waiting for the groom's family to arrive. So the father of the bride waited and waited and waited. And he said, this is not going to work out. The rich man and his son, they didn't turn up. The family didn't turn up. So we have to get our daughter married. So all that my daughter needs is happiness. So let me get my daughter married to someone who is a very good man. So they found a man from the same village who was willing to marry the girl. And at the same time, given time, they got their daughter married. So the daughter got married and she went away. So later, after 2 days, the rich man and his entire gang arrived, yeah, with the son. So they said, we are here to marry your daughter. Yeah, marry your daughter to my son. So the bride's father said, my daughter is already married. So the rich man got very angry. He said, how dare you get your daughter married to someone from the village? My son was coming to marry her. So he said, sir, I don't know for what reasons you have postponed, but we had no intimation. So we got our daughter married. So to this, the rich man said that our astrologer asked us, not to get the son married. So the bride's father said the stars were perfect. We consulted all the astrologers in our village as well. The stars were perfect. Everything was perfect, and it was a good time. So we got our daughter married. Her happiness is more important for us. That's what he said. So the rich man and his son and the whole family went back crying. Yeah. They were disappointed and they went back to Banaras. So while reading this story, I said, what is the message? It is not about astrology, it is not about horoscopes, it is not about the stars. I felt that it is about superstition. Yeah, most of us tend to have these superstitions that, we are superstitious and we think that, oh, if I wear a red shirt, my interview will go good. Yeah, if I walk out from my home at this particular time, my work will be done. All these are superstitions. Yeah. So while we can believe in the science of astrology, superstitions will only bring us down. Yeah, will make us weak, is what I feel. So while reading the story, I remembered, one of my relatives who always consulted the calendar before doing anything, to the extent that, if he had to go to work, he would look at the calendar, align the time with his birth star, and then he would walk out to work. And if anyone would sneeze, he wouldn't walk out of the house, because he would say, no, it is bad omen. I need to sit and wait. Yeah, if a cat crossed his path, a black cat, then he would say, oh, it is very, very, it's a bad sign, it's a bad omen. I'm going to die if I walk after that. So he would wait for someone else to walk, and then he would go. And not only him, there were many people, back in the village, and back in small towns even today, who do these kinds of things. So the basic message in the story, what I felt, was not to be superstitious. Let us also believe in the alignment of the hearts. Let us believe in the power of the universe. The universe has the power to take you through everything. Yeah, we have to face it head on, not simply being superstitious. Nothing can stop. If you have to if your work has to get done, it will get done no matter what. Yeah, black cat has nothing to do with it. So with due respect to everyone who believes in all this, I feel that being superstitious is going to make us weak. This is my message. Thank you so much for your kind attention. I'll see you again next week, only on Sundays with Neelu. Please leave what you feel in the responses of the story. I'll get back to you. Ciao. Take care.